Hi everyone, it's Karen. Right now I'm going to review where you can find documents and a possible structure for leveling students at white and above. So again, I want to draw your attention to the potential pacing calendar where the structure is that on Wednesday you would be administering the infrastructure for academic vocabulary remotely, and any word lists or any additional vocabulary work remotely. And for white, there's the phonics check. And then you would use that information to then conduct cold reads in person. So if you were to have 2 to 6 conferences every Wednesday, half from Group A and half from Group B, you've set yourself up for 1 to 2 conferences per day with your children in person for cold reads, which is a more personal touch, and it will give you lots more information and is much nicer to do in person. So I'm going to skip down. We're going to go right down to the leveling plan for white through purple readers. So if a student tests out of or levels out of the phonics infrastructure, what you would want to do is, after checking to see what their previous or March level was, because that's step one, and that's just for your information. It'll just give you some good insight as to where the child left off, your student left off in March. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I don't want to give up anybody's information, but what you would do is go to your school pace roster, click on a student and look at their history, and it'll tell you where they left off in March. Depending on that and depending on the infrastructure, you would administer the academic vocabulary infrastructure, and you would do that remotely. In order to access that material, you could go to School Pace and you would go down to the IRLA Resource Center, click on that, and what would you like to learn today? If you type in academic, if you just start there and leave it there, you're going to have to scroll down all the way to the bottom. And here it is. That's for silver. We don't want that. Hold on. Keep on going. There it is, the IRLA Academic Vocabulary Infrastructure. Click on that. Click on the PDF. And there you've got it. And you've got all of the academic vocabulary that you need at each level, white and above, in order to see if your student is ready for a cold read in that level. You can share your screen with them and do that all remotely. Based on that academic vocabulary infrastructure, because again, between 2R and white specifically, there's a little bit of uncertainty sometimes. Sometimes a child can be very fluent, but maybe doesn't have the academic vocabulary mastered. And this does tend to happen for each of those additional levels, because for each additional level, there are anywhere between 5 and 10 new academic words per page that the child has to master. So my suggestion is, if you have a white level reader, you're going to want to administer the phonics gap locator for the white level. And you would do that remotely. Again, to find that information or to find that resource, go to the Resource Center. Let's see if I can get back here. There we go. And I could say white level. Well, that didn't help. So let's try phonics gap. There it is, the phonics gap locator for white level. And you can click on this, and then you have the gap locator that can give you information as you're leveling your student. If they are getting their 30 words correct, then the child on that remote, on that phonics gap locator, the child is solidly in white level. If they're less than 30 words, given what we know about our students right now, and in the interest of keeping them fresh and interested in reading, I would suggest giving them some 2R books and maybe like one white book as a reach book, and just kind of shore up their reading at 2R. Now, based on that academic vocabulary infrastructure, if you are black, orange, or purple level students, you can administer another academic vocabulary schema in that level. Or just use the original not phonics infrastructure, the academic vocabulary infrastructure, because again, if a child has mastered that academic vocabulary for you, they are solidly in that level and ready for the cold read. I hope you found this helpful. Please reach out if you have any questions. I am here and happy to help you. Thank you.